last week we learned that confidence is a set of beliefs. I can do it and it will go well. It is also a set of feelings. I feel willing, worthy, and capable. We learned the 3 hallmarks of confidence, which are being authentic, taking action, and being adaptable. This week, we're going to talk about time management. How you manage your time will make or break your progress with improving your speaking. I don't have time is a really common excuse, but it is usually a false excuse, and we use it to cover up our fear. Yes, some people have less time. A parent with a newborn baby, for example, will have all of their time, effort, and focus concentrated and invested in caring for their child as it should be. However, for most people, most of the time, if we are really honest, we do have time to devote to our dreams. It's just we're afraid of going all in and putting in 100% effort. I'm going to show you a simple daily English flexible structure and an organizational tool that will help you avoid feeling overwhelmed, so you can make the most of small pockets of time that you have throughout your day. There's a good idiom. A pocket of time is a small amount of free time. Okay, I did say I was going to start this topic of time management by talking about the benefit of a really simple structure or routine. Routines are important because it's something that can help you bring a sense of calm to your day. It can help you create structure that helps you be better organized, and it can keep you healthy as you are less likely to fall into bad patterns of taking on too much and maybe not getting enough sleep. So how do you create a routine? Well, the most important thing is to figure out when you are most productive. What part of the day are you most energized, and schedule activities based on your energy flow. So here's an example that has worked for me. I'll show you this example, but of course you're going to make it your own based on what's right for you. So you could, for example, listen to a podcast, a TED Talk, or a YouTube video, do some kind of listening, maybe when you first get up, or maybe when you are driving to work in what we call net time, or no extra time. You are not sitting and studying, you are just absorbing what you're listening to, and you are listening for pleasure. You might want to do some writing in the morning. The morning pages is a process that people use where they write 3 pages of their thoughts. Or you could just do a more traditional journal, or connect with native English speakers online, read some comments in a Facebook group and write a response in English. Then in the afternoon and evening, you might want to focus on speaking and reading. Okay, this is the ideal, that every single day you are doing these things and you are doing some speaking every single day, and every day you're spending between 10 and 30 minutes on your English. That's the ideal. So perhaps for your speaking, you go and you listen again to the podcast or TED Talk, and then pause every 5 minutes and describe the main message. You might write down some vocabulary words that are interesting, and you could hear the same piece of video more than once. So 2 or 3 times even, because again, repetition is very, very valuable. Repetition is the mother of mastery. It's something that's really valuable when you are improving your English. So listen again and then talk about what it was that you listened to. Or you could choose a speaking prompt and record yourself speaking and then post in our Facebook group or go live to speak. That is obviously a big challenge at first, but the more that you do it, the more comfortable you will become, and that is directly improving your speaking confidence. So this is what your focus should be on. having some daily speaking tasks, then you might also want to consider maybe reading a book before bed or reading an article, but ideally not on your phone. And you also would ideally really be careful about how you're using your phone. So it's nice to read a book before bed because then you are winding down and you're not getting sucked into your technology and looking at your screen. If you feel that you are spending a lot of time on social media, and I mean, who doesn't? But if you feel like you're mindlessly scrolling and wasting time, I really recommend that you go into the settings on your phone and you put a time limit on how long you can use social media. This is something that's really worked for me. I've got a time limit that goes off after 15 minutes and it removes access to social media. And it's a great reminder that, oh my goodness, we can waste time on social media. So I really recommend that. I would love to show you this really useful tool. It's a project management tool and it will help you be organized. So Asana is a free tool. You don't have to pay for it. You can go to asana.com and sign up and get a free account. The first thing you'll do is you'll create or add a team. So I actually have one team for my home projects and then another for Free Your English. But you can name your team whatever you would like. I've named mine this one that we're going to use Leap. And then you want to create a project. And I've created a project here, but I'll show you how you create a project. You just click on the plus sign, click on it shows you create a project, click on blank project, although you can use a template. And then you just put your name in there, what you would like to call it. So my English plan or whatever you want to call it. So I created a project and I'm using the board view because I find the list view a little bit overwhelming. So I like the board view. And then here's the genius part. I am going to keep track of things that I have planned, things that are ongoing, and things I've completed. It is a COP report, a COP report. So COP, COP means policeman or policewoman, police person. And so a cop is someone that holds you accountable to the law. So you are basically holding yourself accountable. You are looking at what you've completed, what's still ongoing, and then what's planned for long term. This is the most valuable part for me. I like to just dump everything that's in my brain into this planned section. So I don't need to worry about, oh my gosh, there was a great TED talk and I can't find it now because I just pop it in here, I put it in here, and I know that when I have time, I can come back and I can know that that TED talk, there's maybe a link to it that I've put in here. But you can just write down all your ideas of the things that you're planning to actually do within the week, but also like much longer term than that. Just things that you're generally interested in studying. And then I've decided that this week I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 speaking practices. Now, ideally, I want to do 7, but let's just say this week you can only do the 3. Well, you can actually decide on what days are you going to do them. So this is my plan for the 1st to the 7th of September. So I'm going to do the first one on the 1st of September. And I'm going to, I'm going to put that as the date that I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the next one maybe on let's say the 4th of September, and so on and so on. You can plan just by clicking on this little calendar when you would like to do that by. So I've decided that I'm going to do at least those 3 speaking prompts And I've actually started thinking about what I am going to do for prompt number one, because I actually, this morning, I listened to the the Power of a Single Story TED Talk, and I'm planning that I am going to do uh, a recording of myself talking about that TED Talk. When I've actually done it, I will click to say that I've done it, and then I'll move it to completed so that I know I did that. That's fantastic. And then I'll think about, okay, what else am I doing maybe tomorrow? And I'll move it into the ongoing and then the completed. And then at the end of the week, it's really simple to see, did you do all the things you said you were going to do? Also, you can kind of dump into these sections, because you can just add whatever section you want to add, right? You can call it whatever you want to call it. I've created a section called 5-minute tasks, a section called 15-minute tasks, and a section called 30-minute tasks. Anytime I come across something that's really useful, I can just put it into the right section here, so that if I find, oh my gosh, I've got a little bit of time, but I'm not sure what to do, what could I study, then I've got a list of ideas. So when you actually click on it, there's a space here where you could actually put in the actual link. And it doesn't take long to just put the link in here under a 5-minute task, and then you can come back to it when you have time. So it's quite a nice way of organizing the things that you want to study in the future.